President Trump has a clear message for those that are in our country illegally. Leave now. If you don't, we will find you and we will deport you.
And on that same day, we will begin the largest deportation operation in American history.
Drugs, human trafficking, and violent criminals. They put American lives at risk. Well, those days are over. If you leave now, you may have an opportunity to return and enjoy our freedom.
Millions of U.S. farm workers are immigrants who come from other countries to provide a better living for their families. 2.6 million farm workers work the farms in the U.S., but approximately 67% of those are non-citizen. In fact, 7 out of 10 of those workers are Hispanic, many of whom are undocumented.
¿Qué lo trajo a Estados Unidos?
Pues la ilusión de venir a Estados Unidos fue el por qué seguir a Estados Unidos para poder trabajar, buscar un trabajo y buscar una mejor vida para mí y para toda mi familia. Esa es la razón por la cual.
¿Cuáles son las partes más difíciles del trabajo?
La poda. La poda está muy difícil, está pesada.
¿Cómo comenzó a trabajar en el field?
En el field, pues yo siempre he trabajado en las uvas, en las viñas. Toda clase de trabajo de las viñas, ya yo.
For years, many of these workers have had to work these dangerous and hard jobs, picking the food that we eat on a daily basis, just making enough to support their families. Often enough, these farm workers develop immense back pain from constantly bending down and with the hot sun beating down on them.
Of what ended up happening during the march, but most of that rally was peaceful. A lot of people coming out in support of those.
Say the troops aren't needed. They've asked a federal court for a restraining order to stop all this. We'll have to wait until a Thursday hearing in an attempt to block the troops from more activity on the ground. Local leaders
He's taken into custody at a Home Depot in Westlake. Now, she tells me she was able to see him for just a few minutes earlier today. She had to tell her 2 young daughters their father won't be home tonight.
Martin Casanova, founder of THX, told Newsing, "We are dangerously close to a breaking point. In 2022, an estimated 15 million tons of produce were left unharvested in the U.S., and left for 30 billion daily servings. In perspective, just the amount of servings that were lost, 27 million people could have eaten 3 meals a day for an entire year."
No, I don't get how you're not allowed across and the paperwork that's required and why they wouldn't let anybody else, come over. I think you should, obviously document yourself and say, hey, this is who I am. I'm coming over. I want to be a part of the United States. I want to pay my taxes. I want to have a driver's license. I want to, be a part of everything. And I don't understand how they can deter somebody from that. They can say, nope, you can't do this. This is not for you. This is for somebody else or certain people. It's like, what certain people? I'm getting a person.
Sería justo para nosotros porque hemos trabajado mucho durante muchos años. Y aparte de eso, aportamos mucho a este país. No venimos a hacer nada más que a trabajar para salir adelante.
Pues lo que yo le pediría y diría que porque no les dieran como un estatus de residencia, porque todos los que nosotros trabajamos en el field no venimos a robar ni no somos delincuentes, somos muchos trabajadores, y yo pediría que pues se tocaran el corazón y pues hicieran algo para todos los emigrantes.
Yo pienso que nos favorecería a bastante gente, en lo principal a nosotros los del campo, que pues andaríamos más tranquilos para empezar. Y yo pienso que a mucha gente nos serviría eso. Y pues también a ellos, porque pues ya ve la economía cómo está. La forma de sacar a tanta gente para afuera no es la correcta. Que si es que levantar su economía, también por ese lado pueden levantarla. Es la forma que pienso yo que sería la correcta. Pero no todos pensamos igual.
To make that happen, it shouldn't be this impossible task that it's almost a setup to fail and to keep people in that in those fields. You know, they should be able to adjust and overcome and adapt and figure out a better way and stay. I don't understand why we don't want people who are trying to make their lives better, increase their way of life. You know, they should. We all want to live better. We all want to have wealth and happiness and peace and prosperity and a better life for our children. And for that to be, you know, limited or you know, only certain people can do that. It doesn't feel right. It feels like it's I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
With the people being more divided than ever, it's only a hope that the two differing sides can come together to put out the fire started by nothing more than the simple fear that was taught across generations. It would mean nothing more than for an immigrant worker and an American-born citizen to see eye to eye, a way that a united nation can truly be united. A single light might not light an entire room, but a collective bunch of lights might. Maybe a brighter future is out there. Never give up on the fight. Keep on living for a better world filled with light.